Hey YouTubers, I was painting today, so it gave me the idea to do a few painting tips, and hopefully they'll be helpful to somebody. So the first one, I have to go clean up a brush, and we'll go over there in my slop sink, and I'll show you what it's about. Here's where I usually wash out my brushes. The paint I'm using just calls for warm water, warm soapy water. I'm going to rinse it out. Now, no matter how you wash it, there always seems to get some paint up around and underneath the ferrule. I can't seem to get that out too well, either by hand or, you know, this thing is a piece of garbage. This is like using a lawn rake. This is horrible. So what I use is, this is a file cleaner made by Nicholson. You can find it at Home Depot. I found this in the section that had welding equipment. It has very, very, very fine teeth on it. And I like this a lot better than this. This is horrible. So let me show you what it does. So they took most of that paint out from over there. That's what ruins your brushes. Gets in there, dries, it swells it up. And you wind up throwing the brush out because the bristles are all contorted. So that's my first tip. Hope you liked it. And here's some more. The second tip, if you have a lot of paint and you're laying it on the floor, cans get rusty, it's heavy. If you have to do some work behind there, you got to move all those cans. You put it on a cart like this, you can move it anywhere. I keep my paint on there, my stain, spray paints, all kinds of stuff. Just wheel it out of the way. Just move it like that. Makes life easier. Tip number 3. We've all had cans of paint where the can got all rusty. Nowadays they're starting to put them in plastic. Some of them are in plastic, but there's still a lot in metal cans, and they rust out. So you don't need to throw out that paint. Next time you're at a yard sale, pick up a strainer. You have some old containers. This is an old spackle bucket. This was pickles. You can save the paint, drain it into there through the strainer, and you can save it. Use it for another day. I marked this, what paint it was, the base, the color, the number, who makes it. Here's another one, Benjamin Moore. There's a number. And what I used it on, bedroom trim. Goes on and on like that. Here's one, a primer. You have these containers, you just throw them out all the time. So save them. Use them for that. Hope that's helpful. Tip number 4. If you go to Home Depot, right in the paint section, they have a cart, or they have an area where they have what they call oops paint. OOPS. Oops. Someone made a mistake, it was the wrong color, or they didn't want that, or one of the workers grabbed the wrong base to make the paint. You can always find a good deal if you're willing to work with what they have. Now these are made by, I think, Zinsser. These are specialty paints. These are sealers. Here's one, Kills. Sealer, primer, stain blocker. On Oops paint, usually they'll paint the top and they'll put a label on there. And you wind up paying about $3 a gallon for this stuff, where normally it's like $20 to $30 a gallon. So if you don't mind the color, you're going to paint over this stuff anyway. You can get a good deal. Save some money. Well, I hope you like the tips, and hope it's helpful to somebody. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.